Okay, here we go.
Yeah, guess what? Alicia, guess what? We are back for our weekend news. How are you guys today?
Very
Hey,
good.
Great to see you, Darren. What's happening?
How are you doing?
oops.
Oh, we got that music.
We had the music. I was trying to fade it out, but
Hey,
oh well.
Daryl, it's the first that we're live with everybody in the world, and everybody's going to hear what you have to say.
Exactly, exactly. So let's go ahead and get started, right? Let's go ahead and get
Hey,
started. All right. So today, Commercial Multifamily Mastermind Weekend Brief presents the weekend brief for November 20th, 2020 with Julianne Peterson from O Capital,
Hey,
Alicia
hey.
Milton from KW Commercial, and of course myself, Darryl Murphy Sr. from the Murphy Baynard Group. So today, the Murphy Baynard Financial Group, excuse me. So what I would like to really discuss today is exactly what our topic is, and that is what have we seen in the week, So I'm going to, I'm sure y'all can see my screen. I'm gonna pull up some charts here from CoStar. Everyone can see my CoStar?
Oh, yeah, I see it.
yeah.
Fantastic. So during this week, I have underwritten several deals. And of course, my market is the Texas market. The one thing that I've noticed in several areas of Texas and in my markets of Texas was a slight decline in the year-over-year rent growth. So just to give a quick brief for the week on what I've seen. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to cut this down to a 3-year history with a 3-year forecast. All right. Right now, and right now in Texas, what we're looking at here is, and I have to move this. What we're looking at here is a decline in the rents, and this was in the first quarter, the second quarter, and here's the third quarter. So, although I'm still seeing, although they are saying and that there should be a rise right now going on. And again, remember everyone that this is for the whole state of Texas. In your particular markets, you may start to see this. The markets that I'm in, I have spoken with property managers there that and a lot of them are saying, yeah, we can push rents. However, it is still advisable to underwrite for 0 to 12 months of a 0% rent growth. If okay, so if the this is and basically for stabilized properties, because if you're in a property that's a value add and you have a high vacancy, you're going to go in and immediately start renovating those apartments to bring them up to market and bring that rent up. So on stabilized assets, what we're looking at is somewhat in this third quarter, we're looking at somewhat of a little decline here, but in the in our last quarter, once we hit the fourth quarter, it should we should start seeing a slight increase in the rent. I was looking at an article today where Fannie Mae had mentioned about avoiding a double dip in recession, and when I heard that, I was like, they think we're in a recession and it's going to hit again. And looking at the first quarter of 2021, I'm wondering if this is what they're talking about, a double, trying to avoid this double dip. So, so I just wanted to show everyone that during the week, what I'm seeing here in Texas, the rents are still slightly declining. However, when you get down into your local markets, um, talk to your property managers because they may tell you, yeah, we can still push rents. You may not be able to push them at historics like what it used to be, maybe back here at a 2.9 or 3, but at least where we're coming in now, purchasing here in this market, in these quarters here, we may be able to slightly start increasing. So check with your uh, property managers when you underwrite. Please underwrite, keeping in mind of possibly a 0% rent growth in the market, so that you won't have problems later. So that's what I have and what I've been seeing in my markets in Texas. But what have you seen, Alicia, in your Phoenix market?
Mhm. So we're seeing something very similar. I had an opportunity to see that article that you were referring to regarding Fannie and Freddie. And 2020's been an amazing year. I know we've been talking
Exactly.
about that. It's laughable and cryable, but it just kind of depends on what happens with COVID-19. If it hits again, then we're going to see, some wonky up and down as far as rent is concerned. I can share my screen to
Yes.
show you
Hmm.
what is going on in the Phoenix market. And just to let you know, I can't see if anyone is trying to send us a message yet because it hasn't popped up on my screen, but I know that there's a delay.
Right.
Um,
Yeah. And I am
but
looking into Facebook to see if there's any questions.
okay.
But so far,
So
it's taken a long time to load.
yeah. So what do you see on my screen? Do you see the
Yes.
Arizona market?
Yes.
No, what was I saying? Yep. On CoStar?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I have to move some things out of the way. Um, okay. So in our market, you see the number of inventory that we have and what our cap rate is for the Arizona market in detail. I also did what Daryl did, is limited to the 3-year look year over year. And so coming down here to look at the market rent growth, this is what we see right now. We're here um, looking in, we just started fourth quarter. And right now, it looks like the rents are going to continue to go up. Our market has been very strong here. Give CoStar a lot of credit. Thank you, CoStar, for doing all the research for us and forecasting. And the way that they're forecasting is looking here is that, in the second quarter of 2021, we're expecting to be at a year over year rent growth at 6.6, which is awesome. Now, depending upon what happens in the economy, if there's another shutdown, and we're aware that states are shutting down as we speak. I know Michigan has, I think they notified their residents for 3 weeks. They're about to shut down, and Oregon's already shut down. I have some clients over there. As far as Arizona, our governor reported, I think I heard him speak yesterday or the day before, that right now he's not expecting to shut down the state. He's really impressing upon all of our residents to be safe and wear masks and your protective gear. Um, and to make sure, we're socially distancing. I know the holidays are coming up, but everybody has to stay safe so that we can realize some good profits for our investors. And I'll be here at next year's Thanksgiving dinner table to enjoy each other. But if that doesn't happen, they're forecasting some drops. As you see here, 2021 third quarter, we go back down to 4.5% and then 2%. Depending upon what happens here in fourth quarter, we're projected to go up. We're going to have to keep watching the scientists and see what they say and what's recommended, and really see what the public and our investors are going to do. Um, if we see some improvement as far as health and job growth, then, rents are expected to go back up. So it looks like, another year, some challenges here But, I think if we move smart, then this won't happen. Uh-oh, Daryl, I can't hear you. I think you muted.
That's a serious drop right
Yeah,
there.
that is.
Yeah, that's a serious drop.
That's a good 4.6% drop, you know?
And
And
that's in the
so
Phoenix market, right? Or
this
that's
is
the state.
this is the state. So let me go
Okay.
back. I think what I saw for Phoenix earlier is that it looks a little different, but still kind of follows that same pattern.
Right.
So it's going to populate here in just a few minutes or less or seconds. So here's the forecast here. And this is specifically for Phoenix. So as you can see, we're right here. Fourth quarter, we're climbing to about 3.9 year to date. And they're thinking that we can estimate about 6.3, I think is what
Wow.
that should. And first quarter 2021, we're at about 6.2. Then it increases to about 7% and then drops. So Phoenix, we're anticipating, a larger increase by 1% over the state, but the drops are about the same.
That's interesting.
There's a lot of growth here. As you saw from our main screen, there's a lot of property that's under contract or under construction.
Yeah.
So with new product coming on, it creates some challenges.
Yeah, and you got a good absorption. Look at your 12-month absorption there.
Yep.
Of just a little over 3,600. That's really good. That's
and
great.
our vacancy rate's not very high.
Right.
And then
Right.
you can see our market cap rate here.
Yeah. So are your investors in Arizona, are they also writing for 0% rent growth for the first 12 months?
It depends on which area they're in. If it's more the low income areas, there's more room because most of the product that we're seeing is not at market rent. So they have an opportunity to increase the rent some. It may not be our average or normal 3%,
Right.
it may be 1%. So we have to look at the areas that in location that they're buying in. If it's more of the premium markets, there's no increases and there's going to be more concessions that they give.
Okay. Yeah, I think I did see concessions rising and
right
in Texas. Yeah. So with all of this going on, Julie, how is the lending portion of us having to underwrite at a 0 for the first 12-month rent growth, and also having to have the reserves of 1-year reserves? How is everything playing on your side?
Muted, Julie.
Fix that. Hi everybody. We are extremely busy. We got a ton of deal flow. We got a lot of excited folks. We've seen a lot of retrading going on, which has been consistent for the last couple of months. Yep. And unfortunately, when I say retrade, it can be either that the people that have gotten into these cannot take it to the end at the price that they put in, and then they have to step out and another person comes in, and then whether it was our people or our clients that are now jumping in. So one thing, still the pricing is very, very low for on point, which it's been. However, very interesting, over the last 3 weeks, Freddie has gone up a 1/4 point. So should that be of concern? I think it just kind of, your head kind of tilts, like, why is that? Is this something that we're going to see? But I listened to Ben Bernanke, who spoke on Marcus and Millichap. It was a great, great event. And he said, you know, it's going to take probably 6 months. It's going to be tough the next 6 months. We just really need to be steady and focused. And, you know, 2022 we should be through this. You know, we talk about these recessions lasting 18 to 24 months. And I think that that's true, and we're in it now. So if we can be safe and diligent on getting people, getting them some capital to help them, you know, maybe a little bit more stimulus. And we're going to see some changes, obviously, in the presidency. So that's got some people concerned. I would say that we need to be very cautious and conservative when we're underwriting, as a lot of people are overpaying for some of these. And so what we're trying to do is find opportunities where we're not walking away, or we're not having to bring in 35, 40%. So we're looking at different options. And a lot of that would be like a CMBS if there's not a lot of rehab in it, or we're looking at bridge lending. So bridge really works when it's a larger transaction. The transactions under 5 can be more challenging. So that's what I saw this week, and looking forward to Thanksgiving coming up. I probably won't be on next Friday, but I do wish you all a very nice and safe Thanksgiving. Hey, Daryl. Daryl, you're on mute. You're on mute.
Julie, where did you get that
selling these?
I was just, that's what I was just going to say. Where did you get that shirt from? You're on mute.
I made it. Because
you made it.
I made it. I just contacted a t-shirt company and I had it made.
You're on mute.
Because
Wow.
It's like constantly, we're all on Zoom. So
yeah,
I thought it'd be kind of funny.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So Daryl, how do we get a hold of you?
Well, if anyone, no, I'll go and laugh.
Well, all right, me.
I'm going to laugh.
I'll go.
Yeah, how can anybody get a hold of you?
Anyway, LinkedIn or Facebook will get you to me, and happy to have a conversation, go over what does financing look like on multifamily, particularly. You know, we do other asset classes, and so we can talk about those as well. Thank you, Daryl.
Right. All right. All right. And Alicia, how could everybody get in contact with you?
Well, you look at your phone, and if you want to call me on LinkedIn, you want to call me off of Facebook, you want to call me off of Instagram, you'll get me on the phone. Or you can just dial 480-712-8890.
How about you, Daryl?
All right. Well, if anybody want to get in contact with me, all you got to do is message me. That's it. Message me right here on Facebook. Or if you have any questions for either one of us, post a question below. All right. I think Facebook is censoring us because I know there's people watching, but I'm gonna leave that alone. But anyway,
right after the show.
Exactly. Yeah, just post your questions. But Julie, isn't something going on with Old Capital?
Old Capital had our speaker series this week. And that was great. That was great. We had real pages came in.
Is it too late? It's all this week, or is it just about over?
Oh no, it's just one day. It was on Wednesday. Yeah.
I missed it.
Sorry, Daryl.
Okay.
Next week, next time, December 2nd, I think we'll have another one.
Oh, okay. And Alicia, is something going on that you're doing something now? I think. Do you have anything like a meetup or something like that?
I don't have a personal meetup. However, I meet up every Tuesday.
At 08.
Is
that the Lunch and Grow with Commercial Multifamily meetup?
It is both. I love both. I have my tea in the morning at my time, 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, but it's 11
11 a.m.
11
Eastern Standard Time.
And guess what happens in the evening? 8 o'clock.
Tuesdays at 8
Zoom.
p.m.
And
with Julie. Yeah.
And
so you're getting a double black.
Yeah,
love
you're
it.
getting a lot of us. It's a lot of us, Daryl, and you get enough of us.
Exactly.
On Tuesdays.
So
investors.
Well, guess what? When I share this to YouTube, I'm gonna put both of those links.
Yes.
In the comment, in the remarks, so that everyone could come, because that Tuesday is a hot day. I have it at 11 on the East Coast, and you have it at 8 on the East Coast time.
That's right, 8
So
p.m.
listen, so come on out and join us, because there's a lot of information, other investors, and I'll give you an opportunity to learn about what's going on. Remember what I said last week? I said to the investors, we got to start telling our story. This is a perfect opportunity to tell the story. All right. So listen, I want to thank you both for today on Weekend Brief. I like what happened today. We took it in a different direction. Instead of me reading, Julie and Alicia, I want to thanks, because I like this a little better. So next week, I got to really be sharp and bring some data. So thank you.
Awesome. All right, Daryl, I'll see you. Right. Alicia, I'll see you next week.
Yes.
Sounds good.
Have a good weekend, you guys.
All right, you too.
Bye-bye.
You too. Right.
Bye. Be safe out there.